Have you ever felt a pang of regret after sharing something deeply personal, only to see it misunderstood, misused, or to feel a subtle shift in how others perceive you? In our modern world, the pressure to share, to be an open book, can feel immense. But what if true, lasting happiness and inner tranquility don't come from bearing your entire soul to the world, but from a wiser, more discerning approach to what you choose to reveal? The Stoics, masters of inner fortitude, understood that our peace of mind is a precious commodity. They taught that while we should engage with the world virtuously, we must also protect our inner citadel, that core of our being where our judgments, values, and true self reside. This isn't about secrecy for secrecy's sake, nor is it about building walls of isolation. It's about wisdom, discernment, and understanding that some treasures are best kept guarded or shared only with those who have truly earned that privilege. Today, we delve into 5 specific areas of your life that, when shared indiscriminately, can chip away at your happiness, your dignity, and your peace. These are insights often learned through hard experience, sometimes crystallizing with the passage of time. But their wisdom is available to us now, at any stage of life. By understanding what to hold sacred, we empower ourselves to live with greater intention, resilience, and ultimately, greater joy. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll share with you an ancient parable that perfectly captures this Stoic philosophy. Now let's explore these 5 things you should consider keeping closer to your heart if you truly want to stay happy. Number 1, deepest regrets. Regrets, we all have them. Moments we wish we could rewind, decisions we'd make differently. They are part of the human experience, potent teachers if we allow them to be. But regrets are also emotional landmines. As the wise Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the past is dead, the future is uncertain, the present is all you have. While introspection on past mistakes is crucial for growth, a core Stoic practice for cultivating wisdom, broadcasting your deepest regrets to the world, or even to casual acquaintances, can be counterproductive. Why? Because when you share these vulnerabilities carelessly, you hand others the power to define your entire story by a single chapter, often your most painful one. People by nature can be quick to remember a perceived failing and slow to acknowledge a lifetime of growth or quiet virtues. The Stoic approach isn't to deny regret, but to process it internally, to extract the lesson, and to use it to fuel virtuous action now. Your regrets shaped you, they taught you. They may have even spurred you towards greater compassion or strength. Let them be your private counselors, refining your character. But do not offer them up as fodder for judgment or misunderstanding. As Epictetus taught, focus on what is within your control, your present actions, your responses, your choices. The past, including its regrets, is not. Guard the narrative of your life. Don't let a past shadow, amplified by indiscriminate sharing, dim your present light. Your journey is far too complex to be reduced to a single misstep. Number 2, financial situation. Whether you find yourself with abundance or navigating scarcity, money has a peculiar power to distort perceptions and relationships. The Stoics considered wealth, like health or reputation, an indifferent. Not bad in itself, but not inherently good either. Its value lies entirely in how we use it, virtuously or not. Having others know the precise details of your financial standing can subtly, or sometimes drastically, alter how they see you and interact with you. If you are perceived as wealthy, you might suddenly become a resource rather than a person. Requests, spoken or unspoken, may arise. Envy, a corrosive emotion the Stoics warned against, can creep into relationships, poisoning trust. If you are struggling, you might face pity, unsolicited advice, or even a dismissive attitude from those who equate net worth with self-worth. As Seneca wisely observed, wealth is the slave of the wise man and the master of the fool. This is especially poignant as one navigates different life stages. The desire to help, to be generous, is a noble one and aligns with Stoic principles of community and justice. But generosity does not require full financial disclosure to every curious ear. You are under no obligation to lay bare your bank statements, your investments, or your inheritance plans for general consumption. This isn't about being deceitful. It's about maintaining healthy boundaries and protecting your relationships from the undue influence that knowledge of personal finances can bring. Seneca wrote extensively on benefits and gratitude, emphasizing the spirit of giving and receiving. True generosity comes from the heart, not from a spreadsheet made public. Manage your resources wisely, use them virtuously if you are fortunate, seek support if you need it from trusted sources, but protect the intimate details of your financial life. This discretion helps preserve the authenticity of your connections, ensuring they are based on mutual respect and genuine affection, not on perceived financial gain or burden. Number 3, pain. The third area to guard with wisdom is your pain when shared indiscriminately. This might sound counterintuitive in an age that champions vulnerability. And let's be clear, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or suffering in Stoic silence, despite the common misinterpretation of the word. The Stoics acknowledge pain, grief, and sorrow as human experiences. Seneca wrote profoundly on managing grief. However, they emphasize rational understanding and resilience in the face of suffering. The key here is indiscriminately. Sharing your pain with a trusted friend, a wise mentor, a therapist, or a fellow seeker on the Stoic path can be incredibly healing and constructive. True empathy and support are invaluable. However, as Epictetus cautioned, it is more necessary for the soul to be healed than the body. But to heal the soul, we must first learn to endure sorrow. Not everyone who lends an ear offers genuine solace. Some may seek to exploit vulnerability, while others simply lack the capacity for true understanding. Therefore, choose your confidants with care, entrusting your burdens only to those who have earned the right to bear witness to your struggles. Some individuals, unfortunately, collect stories of pain not to offer solace, but to feel a sense of superiority, to gossip, or even to manipulate. Your pain is a sacred part of your experience. It can be a catalyst for immense growth, compassion, and understanding if processed constructively. But when you cast it out too widely, you risk it being trivialized, misunderstood, or exploited. This doesn't mean building an impenetrable fortress around your heart. It means exercising prosoche, Stoic mindfulness or attention, regarding whom you entrust with your vulnerabilities. Choose your confidants with the same care you would choose a guardian for your most precious possessions. Seek those who can hold your story with respect, offer genuine support, and help you find strength, not those who might see your vulnerability as an opportunity. True strength isn't just enduring pain, but also having the wisdom to know when and with whom to share its burden. Number 4, future plans and deepest dreams. As life progresses, our dreams may shift. Grandiose ambitions might mellow into more personal, intimate aspirations. Writing that book, learning a new skill, reconciling an old rift, taking a meaningful journey. These later life dreams, or indeed any deeply personal aspiration, are precious and often delicate. They are the sparks that keep our spirit alive and reaching forward. The Stoics taught us to focus on our efforts rather than outcomes, to act with a reserve clause, fate permitting, or if nothing prevents me. This acknowledges that the future is not entirely within our control. However, this doesn't mean we shouldn't have plans or aspirations. It means we should hold them with a degree of detachment from the specific result, focusing on the virtuous action in pursuing them. But what happens when you share these nascent, cherished plans with individuals who lack imagination, empathy, or who are perhaps mired in their own cynicism? They might mock them, dismiss them as unrealistic. You're too old for that. That will never work. Or subtly drain your enthusiasm with their negativity. Many a beautiful dream has withered under the cold breath of someone else's doubt. This isn't to say you should become a hermit, never discussing your goals. Sharing with supportive, like-minded individuals can provide encouragement and accountability. But be highly selective. Protect that fragile spark of your future aspirations from those who might inadvertently or intentionally extinguish it. Your dreams, no matter how small or grand they may seem to others, are vital expressions of your aliveness. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Your aspirations are the seeds of your future, delicate and full of potential. When you reveal them to those who lack vision or encouragement, you risk having your hopes trampled by doubt or cynicism. Instead, let your ambitions take root in fertile ground. Share them with those who inspire growth and offer genuine support. Remember, your dreams are precious. Protect them from the harsh winds of skepticism and let them flourish in the company of those who believe in possibility. Number 5. Resentments and lingering bitterness. Bitterness is a fire, and when you speak it aloud, it grows. Resentment is a heavy burden, a poison that, as Seneca warned, harms the bearer more than the object of the resentment. The Stoics dedicated much thought to overcoming negative emotions like anger and bitterness, seeing them as products of faulty judgments. You might believe that voicing your resentments will somehow liberate you from them, that airing grievances will lighten the load. And sometimes, with a truly wise, impartial, and compassionate listener, perhaps a therapist or a deeply trusted Stoic mentor, it can be a step towards understanding and release. Such a person can help you dissect the judgments fueling the resentment without feeding the flames. However, more often than not, speaking your resentments aloud, especially to those who are not equipped to handle them constructively or who might even share your bias, simply reinforces them. It's like pouring fuel on the fire. Each retelling can deepen the grooves of negativity in your mind, making the bitterness more entrenched, consuming your thoughts and poisoning your present peace. Marcus Aurelius frequently reminded himself not to be harmed by the actions of others, unless he allowed his own judgment about those actions to harm him. He wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." This is the Stoic path, not to endlessly recount the injury, thus reliving it, but to transform it into wisdom, into stronger boundaries, into a renewed commitment to your own virtue. Instead of giving voice to every grudge and slight, work on transmuting that fiery energy. Can the resentment teach you about your values? Can it clarify what you will no longer tolerate? Can it lead to forgiveness? Not for the other person's sake necessarily, but for your own, to free yourself from its chains? Silence in the face of a desire to vent resentment can be a profound act of self-mastery and a direct path to tranquility. Don't feed the demon of bitterness with your words. Starve it with wisdom and deliberate inner work. What then should we share? So if we are to be such careful guardians of these 5 areas, you might ask, what then is left to share? The answer is, so much. The Stoics were not advocates for cold detachment from humanity. They valued community, friendship, and connection. Share your love generously and authentically. Share your curiosity about the world and the wisdom you've gathered. Share your humor, your uplifting stories, your unique perspective. Share the warmth that resides within you, the kindness you can offer, the encouragement you can give, because that is the part of you that gives others hope. These are the aspects of yourself that build bridges, that foster genuine connection, that contribute to the collective good, all deeply Stoic ideals. It's about discerning the difference between what nourishes your soul and the souls of others, and what potentially depletes or damages. Guarding these 5 areas doesn't mean you should close yourself off to the world or let fear dictate your actions. Instead, it's a powerful choice grounded in a deep sense of personal worth and the clarity that often comes with experience. It's about understanding that your thoughts, emotions, and peace of mind are treasures worth protecting. This journey calls for careful judgment in deciding who you trust with your most private matters, recognizing that sharing such personal aspects is a significant act, reserved for those who have proven themselves worthy of that trust. This quiet power, this guarded soul, isn't weakness. It's an immense strength. It says, I know who I am, I know what I've survived, and I choose what I share. Not because I'm hiding, but because I finally understand the value of my voice and the sanctity of my inner peace. This journey of discernment is ongoing. It requires mindfulness, courage, and a commitment to your own well-being. But the reward is a life lived with greater dignity, tranquility, and authentic happiness. Now, to encapsulate this wisdom of careful speech and guarded truths, let us turn to an ancient story, the parable of the silent gardener. In a distant village, there lived an old gardener known for creating the most breathtaking garden anyone had ever seen. His garden was a sanctuary of rare flowers, vibrant colors, and intricate designs, a place where people came to find peace and marvel at nature's beauty. Yet the gardener was a man of few words. He never spoke of how he cultivated his plants, nor did he reveal the secrets of the seeds he used or the methods behind his designs. Many visitors, curious and sometimes envious, would ask him to share his knowledge. Some pleaded for just a single seed of his rarest flower, while others demanded to know his techniques, believing they had a right to such beauty. But the gardener would only smile gently and say, "The garden speaks for itself. Take its peace with you, but its secrets are its own." One day, a young man, persistent and cunning, decided he would uncover the gardener's secrets by any means. He flattered the old man, spent days helping with small tasks, and gained his trust. Eventually, the gardener, moved by the young man's apparent sincerity, shared the location of a hidden box containing the rarest seeds and a scroll of his most cherished techniques. But the young man, driven by greed, took the box and scroll, intending to replicate the garden for his own fame and profit. He planted the seeds carelessly and followed the techniques without the patience or reverence the gardener had cultivated over decades. The result was a disaster. The seeds withered, the garden he attempted to create was a mockery, and the beauty was lost. Worse still, word spread, and others came to the old gardener's sanctuary, no longer to admire but to demand and plunder what they could. Heartbroken, the gardener retreated, his once public sanctuary now hidden behind high walls. He had learned a painful lesson. Even a single act of misplaced trust could endanger a lifetime's work. From then on, he shared only the beauty of his garden's presence with the world, reserving its deepest secrets for the rare soul who proved, through years of genuine respect and humility, that they could honor such a gift. Like the silent gardener who understood the immense value of his rarest seeds and most cherished techniques, you too carry within you experiences, vulnerabilities, and aspirations that are precious and have taken a lifetime to cultivate. Embrace this as an invitation to cultivate a discerning spirit. Such a spirit, enriched by hard-earned wisdom, learns to recognize fertile ground for your truths and instinctively shields them from the careless, the envious, or the exploitative. You will discover that the profound peace you seek often emanates from the quieter, more formidable power of a guarded soul, a soul that, with this cultivated discernment, carefully chooses who to admit into its deepest chambers. This inner fortitude is far more potent and enduring than any loud pronouncement to the world.